What if the most valuable things growing on this earth are already in your backyard, and you've been ignoring them? I'm not talking about trendy superfoods in plastic pouches. I'm talking about real plants. Plants with thousands of years of history. Plants that feed your family, heal your body, and, if you want, earn you serious money in markets most growers have completely forgotten exist. We're living through a moment where people are waking up to what goes in their food, what goes in their supplements, what they grow on their own land. And the plants that align with that awakening, they're not corn, not soy. They're the ones your great-grandmother knew by name. Today I'm sharing 14 plants that represent the intersection of ancient wisdom, modern demand, and genuine self-sufficiency. Number 7 is technically a weed. Number 14 is hiding in plain sight. If you're serious about building a more self-sufficient life, one plant at a time, subscribe right now and hit the bell. This community is for people who grow with purpose. Let's get into it. Let's start with the adaptogen that has been calming nerves and strengthening bodies for over 3,000 years, ashwagandha. And right now, the Western world can't get enough of it. The dried root sells for $25 to $60 per pound. Most of it is still imported from India, which means if you grow it domestically, you step into a market worth hundreds of millions of dollars with almost no local competition. For self-sufficiency growers, this is dual purpose. It supports your own stress resilience and sleep quality, and any surplus you dry and sell goes straight back into your homestead budget. It's a perennial in warm climates. Plant once, harvest year after year. The definition of a renewable asset. Gotu Kola has been used in Ayurvedic and traditional Chinese medicine for millennia. It's sometimes called the herb of longevity. Today it sells for $30 to $60 per pound dried. Cognitive clarity, wound healing, skin elasticity. The research keeps validating what traditional healers have known forever. And because it thrives in warm, moist conditions, it's perfect for humid homesteads. It's a perennial you can harvest multiple times per season. Grow it near water features, in shaded beds, or as living ground cover. It earns its space in every possible way. $40 to $80 per pound. Sichuan pepper is one of the highest value spice crops you can grow in a temperate climate, and almost nobody in the West is cultivating it commercially. It creates a unique tingling numbness on the tongue. No substitute exists, which means every chef who wants the authentic Sichuan experience needs what only this plant can give. The plant grows in temperate climates. You don't need to be in China. You need knowledge, patience, and the vision to grow what nobody else is bothering to grow. In India, Tulsi is sacred. It grows outside temples. It's offered to deities. It's also now one of the most sought-after herbs in the global wellness market, selling for $20 to $45 per pound dried. For self-sufficiency growers, Tulsi is a daily ritual. Fresh leaves in your morning tea support immunity, reduce cortisol, and ground you before the day begins. You grow it for yourself first. Multiple harvests per season. Easy to grow in containers or beds. Surplus dried and sold to local herbalists, tea blenders, or farmers markets. This herb closes the loop between personal health and financial resilience. If you could only plant one tree for self-sufficiency, the argument for Moringa is hard to beat. The leaves contain more protein gram for gram than eggs, more calcium than milk, more vitamin C than oranges. Dried Moringa leaf powder sells for $20 to $40 per pound. The tree can grow 15 feet in its first year. You can harvest the leaves multiple times per season with minimal ongoing care. Most Moringa consumed in the US is still imported. That's your opportunity. Local, fresh, traceable, premium priced. The supplement industry is begging for a domestic source it can trust. 200 to 300 times sweeter than sugar. 0 calories, completely natural. Stevia is the sweetener that millions of people are switching to, and you can grow it yourself. For homesteaders, growing stevia means never buying artificial sweeteners again. You dry the leaves, you crush them for tea. You live sweeter, literally, for free. For sellers, the dried leaf market. For tea, home baking, small batch products, that's yours. Selling for $20 to $40 per pound with almost no competition at the local level. Stop pulling this out of your garden, right now. Purslane, that succulent little weed sprawling across your beds, contains more omega-3 fatty acids than most fish oils, and it sells for $15 to $30 per pound. It has a lemony, slightly crisp texture. Top chefs are putting it in salads. Mediterranean diet followers are discovering it as a staple, and you've been composting it. Purslane grows with minimal care. Let it go where it wants to go and then harvest it. This is the plant that teaches you to see your land differently, as a resource, not a chore. There is only one native North American plant that contains caffeine. One, and you've probably never heard of it. Yaupon holly. Dried leaves sell for $30 to $70 per pound. Native Americans brewed it for thousands of years before European colonizers suppressed it, in part to protect the imported tea trade. This plant has been waiting to be rediscovered. The tea is smooth, naturally caffeinated, and doesn't cause the jitters some people get from coffee. Commercial cultivation is still in its infancy. Early movers will win this market. In a world that is more stressed than ever, lemon balm is having its moment. Melissa officinalis sells for $20 to $40 per pound, and demand from the wellness industry keeps accelerating. For your own homestead, lemon balm tea before bed is genuinely effective for sleep and anxiety. Research supports it. It spreads vigorously. You will never run out, and your family will thank you. For your income, herbalists want it. Tea companies want it. Aromatherapy brands want it. It is genuinely one of the easiest first crops for anyone starting a specialty herb operation. Calendula, those bright orange flowers you've seen in grandmother's gardens, are experiencing a renaissance in natural skincare. Dried flowers sell for $20 to $50 per pound. For homesteaders, calendula-infused oil is a foundation of your home medicine cabinet. Skin irritations, minor burns, dry cracked hands, calendula handles all of it with zero chemicals. For income, the clean beauty movement is not slowing down. Small batch cosmetics makers, soap crafters, and natural skincare brands are all hunting for quality dried calendula. Shiso is absolutely fundamental in Japanese and Korean cooking. Sushi, pickles, wraps, garnishes, and it sells for $20 to $50 per pound with almost no domestic production. The flavor is complex, minty, basil-like, with something entirely its own that no other herb replicates. Every Japanese restaurant opening right now needs a reliable local source. You could be that source. For homesteaders, shiso is a beautiful dual-use plant. The leaves go into your own cooking and pickling. The surplus goes to restaurants at premium prices. It grows easily from seed and thrives in containers. Culantro is not cilantro. It looks different, tastes stronger, and is completely irreplaceable in Latin American and Asian cuisines. Vietnamese pho bao, Trinidadian sofrito, Thai curries. It sells for $15 to $30 per pound. The supply chain for culantro in the US is almost non-existent outside of specialty ethnic markets. That means if you can grow it consistently, you own the local market. For your homestead kitchen, culantro is a revelation. Add it to beans, broths, and rice dishes. Once you know it, you'll wonder how you cooked without it. Fenugreek is one of the oldest cultivated plants in human history. Egyptian pharaohs were buried with it. Indian, Ethiopian, and Middle Eastern cuisines rely on it daily. It sells for $15 to $30 per pound in both culinary and supplement markets. The seeds are the crop. Easy to harvest, easy to dry, easy to store, easy to ship. Spice companies want it. Supplement manufacturers want it. Ethnic food distributors want it. You're not dependent on one buyer. For self-sufficiency, fenugreek sprouts are a nutritional powerhouse. The leaves go into Indian cooking, the seeds go into tea, spice blends, and your DIY supplement routine. Every part earns its space. I saved this one for last because it sounds like a joke. It is not a joke. Premium organic catnip sells for $30 to $60 per pound. The pet industry is worth tens of billions of dollars, and quality catnip is one of its most consistent sellers. Most commercial catnip is low quality, dusty, old, barely potent. Pet owners who genuinely love their animals will pay premium prices for fresh-dried catnip, and they'll come back every month. Catnip is a perennial. It grows vigorously with minimal effort. You harvest it, dry it, bag it. Direct to consumer through Etsy, local pet boutiques, or farmers markets. This is one of the highest return per square foot crops you can grow. Here's what ties all 14 of these plants together. They are not industrial crops. They don't require hundreds of acres or massive capital. They require knowledge, intention, and the willingness to grow differently. Self-sufficiency isn't about growing everything perfectly. It's about reducing your dependence on grocery stores, on supplements, on systems you didn't choose. These plants give you that power back. And when your garden produces more than you need, and it will, you have something real and valuable to offer your community, at prices that reflect genuine quality, from a grower they can actually meet. If this is the kind of growing you want to do, rooted in purpose, not just profit, this channel is for you. Hit subscribe, ring that bell, and drop a comment telling me, which of these 14 plants are you planting first? I read every single comment. I'm building this channel for people who take their land seriously. Whether it's a backyard, a balcony, or a full acre, the plants are waiting. Let's grow.